So today we're going to revisit the chart for Bill Gates. There are Cancer charts and Gemini charts. I happen to believe he really fits the Gemini description. So if you looked at the eastern horizon when he was born, you would see the constellation of Gemini rising at 22 degrees. That becomes the most effective point of every house. Any planet like Mercury, like Venus, like Rahu and Ketu, which are planetary nodes of the moon, would have a lot of impact in the chart. So let's look to see how the planets are operating, and then we're going to look to see when the planets are operating. So again, Bill Gates has been in the news a lot, helping with the coronavirus, funding competition between different companies to come up with treatment and vaccines. Very controversial. A lot of people feel he's evil or a villain. Most people feel he's a philanthropist with a good intention. So let's look at the chart and see what kind of conclusions we can come up with by looking at his chart. So let's look, and we know that for Gemini, the only challenging planets are Rahu and Ketu because they are functionally malefic for every chart. There are no multicona signs in the 6th, the 8th, or the 12th, Dusthana, or challenging houses. So that, and Rahu and Ketu are close to the most effective points, so they can be afflicting 5, 7, and 9 houses away. Basically 6 out of his 12 houses. But we'll talk about how to transform Rahu and Ketu, and you'll find out that he's been doing that basically most of his adult life. So through charities. So let's look at how the planets are operating, whether they're weak or strong, and what kind of gifts that they gave Bill. Very highly successful guy. So Sun, and a little bit about my history. I was very fortunate to be on the design team for the first Microsoft building, and utilize the principles of Vastu to put Bill Gates in the southwest corner to have more influence or control over the company, set up his desk to face east for creativity and north for analytical abilities to support the success of the company. So let's look at the planets. Sun is at 11 degrees, rules the house of entrepreneurial success, and it is placed in with 2 other planets in the house of investments, children, creativity, past life karma, and as well as education. So he did have higher education. So basically it gives this entrepreneurial success through his organizational executive abilities. Those are you're connecting, the qualities of the sun, the leadership qualities of the sun, able to get along with governments, support from father. All of those things are true. It is debilitated, so it could be strengthened, but gives him really good business communication skills. This is the house of business and communication, and that's what he's all about. Then let's look at Moon. Moon is at 14 degrees, and it is ruling the house of wealth, recognition, and the continuation of the family. So it's placed in the house of career. So he had wealth and recognition through working with the public. Moon is public, and through his career, and through the influence of his mother. He was very antisocial as a child, brilliant. Got the highest math exam, on the statewide math exam that they'd ever had. But this Moon created a lot of influence for his mother at a very early age. She could see that he was antisocial, wouldn't come out of his room, only wanted to read, didn't want to have friendships or anything like that. And she was a strong influence. They had a lot of conflict at an early age. She demanded that she was involved in lots of charitable organizations, and she demanded that he, interact socially and really got him out of his shell. And without that influence at an early age, he probably wouldn't be successful to be the public leader and figure that he was. He would be, in a room with a computer programming somewhere, not influencing the world. So, and yeah, so I think it gave him some sensitivity, gave him an expansive vision, and this punya, which is past life karma, to be successful. It's blessed. Mercury blesses the moon. Moon blesses. Let's see. No, excuse me. Yeah, that's it. I think that's the main thing there. So then let's look at Moon blesses Mars. So Mars gives that competition, gives that a competitive edge that he has, and the drive and passion, combined with Moon, compassion, working with the public. So those are all true. So then here we are with Mars. Mars gives income, rules the house of income. It's placed in the house of happiness and family and property. And so it gives income through properties. He has, over 50 buildings. I've been in a lot of those, most of them. He gives, it's again, aspected by Moon, gives income through Mars is engineering or computer engineering. So income through computer engineering skills, courage to start up new companies and invest in new companies, this competitive nature to win, gives him wealth and status through a lot of properties that he owns. Then Mercury's at 23 degrees, close to the most effective point. Gives him strong intellect. So it rules the house of happiness and property and family and vehicles, really into transportation. And so Mercury is all about communication, analytical, brain power. Really wonderful. If you get a chance, listen to the Netflix series Inside Bill's Brain. 3-part series, gives you a great insight into what he's been working on and the compassion he has to solve the problems of the world, whether it's environmental or disease. So gives him happiness through home life. It's afflicted by K2, but I can't think K2 gives a kind of a spiritual quality to his highly analytical abilities. So Mercury can be critical, pull things apart, or it can pull things together. So through analysis, and that, I think, influence of K2 on Mercury makes him want to synthesize, bring people and ideas together, communication ability, bring the world together through communication, through software and computers. Let's see here. Amazing avid reader. Wrote a lot of software. So that's also publishing. Jupiter is also publishing. So Jupiter rules the house of partnerships. So he couldn't have done anything what he's done without this partnership with Paul Allen and all the other individuals that he brings together to solve the problems of the world and form the company that he did, Microsoft, and its success. So Jupiter in the house of entrepreneurial success. So partnerships gave that entrepreneurial success and ability. Also, Jupiter is teaching, higher education. It gives him beautiful children. Venus Venus is close to, again, to the most effective point, just slightly weak. Any planet that's more than 25 degrees or less than 5 degrees is said to be adolescence or old age, cannot protect or promote its own signification, but just slightly. So Venus gives the creativity, the visionary abilities, children, intelligence, persistence, wealth through investing. This is in House of Investments, stocks, and a beautiful, brilliant, intelligent wife to balance out, give that feminine balance to that highly male brain power that he has. Compassion. Then let's see, Saturn is really an important planet for him. Also a little bit weak because it's in old age. But it's ruling Aquarius in the ninth house, gives good fortune through hard work, determination, all the qualities of Saturn, relentless determination, and service. Saturn is the planet of service. And then Aquarius is also, helping the world, social justice. So it's exalted and it's conjunct to Venus. So they're working together with this hard work and intelligence and creativity and visionary abilities to create this very powerful company. Then Rahu and Ketu. So Ketu gives this desire for spiritual growth, and also at an early age, I think it made him very antisocial, feeling very separate in his own head because he was so brain powered. And then here we have Rahu giving desire to help, to be of service, to heal the world of all these terrible diseases. So they're working together, and again, 5, 7, and 9 houses away, afflicting those houses. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, family and happiness. Lack of peace of mind, trying to solve the problems of the world. 6, 7, again, service. This can also affect peace of mind. 8, 9. So, research into, these healing vaccines. I also had a part in the path building, which was, creating these vaccines for third world countries. And then Rahu is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, affecting the ups and downs in career. He had the antitrust lawsuit. 6, 7, again, losses, lost that court case with antitrust with the government. 8, 9, disturbance in the family at an early age, a lot of conflict with his parents because they wanted him to be more social and get out of his room. So that, and then Rahu, gives that huge desire for wealth, recognition also. So let's look at the timing of events. He was born in a Saturn period. Huge, his life purpose all about serving other people and strong will and determination and hard work and discipline. Then he, the first computer was in 1975. He invented one of the first computers during a Mercury's IT, communication, computers, and Saturn hard work. 81, started Microsoft. Again, hard work, discipline, good fortune. K2, kind of a visionary spiritual influence there. 86, the company became public. '81 was actually when we designed the Microsoft building. So they moved from Albuquerque to Bellevue. So first building there as well. And Mercury would have been, yeah, so that's property. Then became public in Venus, Saturn, hard work, Venus, investing in, public company, opening up to investors. In '94, he got married during a Venus-Jupiter period. So Jupiter relationship, marriage, Venus wife. Mom died in '94, major influence on his life. Also during the Venus-Jupiter period, so end of one relationship, start of another. Let's see here. The antitrust lawsuit, it was in 2000, 2001. Venus, approaching a Venus K2 period. K2 again, losses. Venus, loss of investment. Let's see here. And then now he's in this Mars Rahu period. So Rahu giving huge ambition and desire to solve the coronavirus problem, and also having two sides, a lot of criticism with the reputation. So all of that going on. So what could we do to improve his chart? Well, he's improving his chart. Otherwise, he wouldn't be successful. Giving to charities from a very early age, helping other people that cannot help themselves. Rahu, that's transforming the Rahu influence on these other houses. K2, giving to spiritual organizations. Again, helping other people. So those are being transformed, the malefics. And then the other planets. You could say that he could wear a pearl to improve, his wealth. You could say he could wear a red coral to improve his income. You could say he could have a green emerald to support his happiness. You could have a ruby to support his entrepreneurial success. You could have blue sapphire to support his good fortune and discipline and hard work. But he really had most all of those things going for him. But I think that the the trouble that he had with the government, that would have been this house. So Saturn in old age could have been improved. Some family disturbance could have been improved by Mercury. So another way that he could have done it, instead of having jewels on every finger, would be a kavash containing the Devata yantras for all of these planets, and very economical and not so conspicuous way to improve the chart. Thank you for listening. If you're interested in a Vedic medical or astrology reading, you can go to under services at vastucreations.com with an S. If you want to learn this Transformational Vedic Astrology, you could go to AmericanInstituteofVastu.com. We have a level 1 and level 2 certification. So again, thank you for listening.